impossibility. Now, he ran a hand through his hair, wanting to hit something. "Give me till noon. I'll be there." He sat in his tall-backed leather chair, slammed the phone onto the desk, and pressed his fingers to his temples. What the fuck was he supposed to do? Babies weren't dogs. You couldn't put them in a kennel for the day. He wasn't equipped for this. His assistant, Marjorie, had pulled employee files for him last night, right before she'd quit. And this time he didn't think she was coming back. He'd met with 2 of the 3 assistants he deemed acceptable this morning. Neither was suitable, nor did they act as if they could deal with the sort of surprises that might come with this baby. Contestant number 3 was his only hope. It's not like he could just call a nanny service. Not yet. He'd have to wait a month. If this baby... He sighed, rolling his head and easing the tension in his neck. Hollis was right. This was dangerous for them. Too many unknowns, too many variables to turn over to a stranger. Not to mention the others. They would not be happy about this new addition. What they did about it was the real question. All he could do was wait, and that wasn't how he rolled. The intercom beeped. "Mr. Rigotti and Mr. Martin are here," the receptionist announced. Fine. He had a business to run. Several million-dollar companies, to be exact. People counted on him. This would wait until noon. "I'll be in the conference room in 5 minutes. I need a pot of coffee." "Yes, Mr. Dean," she answered, clicking off. Rigotti and Martin were all about projections and forecasts. They were his advisors, the best in their field, the best at keeping him on the strongest financial path, which meant they'd give him shit about his choices, like always, and he'd do whatever he wanted, like always. He valued their input, but his instincts had the final say-so. And while he respected their relentless pursuit of solid numbers, it was going to be one hell of a long meeting. He stood, slipped into his jacket, and adjusted the cufflinks of his shirt, putting thoughts of everything non-work-related out of his mind. Rigotti wasn't thrilled with the numbers on the new hybrid Sportster launch, wanted to re-eval the marketing plan and spend more time on foreign markets. Martin had a shit fit over the money he was sinking into Robin Pharmaceuticals and research. They believed RPR was a lost cause, neither spearheading nor manufacturing anything that wasn't already available on the market. Finn knew the truth. Hollis Robinson's research was invaluable to the masses and to a very specific population he had a personal interest in. Dean's investment was non-negotiable, and he made that clear. When they left, neither was happy. Finn glanced at his watch. 10:30. His irritation returned with a vengeance. He could only hope Jessa Talbot was the right one for the assistant job. He didn't have time to find someone else. But his preliminary reading and Brown's thorough background check had suggested she was the most likely candidate. Educated, well-liked, with excellent references and reviews. According to Brown, no one had a negative thing to say about the woman. But 2 key things stood out to Finn. Jessa Talbot was the primary caregiver to 4 younger siblings, and she was struggling financially. Desperately. Meaning Miss Talbot had hands-on experience and compelling motivation to accept his offer. He strode into the waiting room of his office, tense and wary. A new scent reached him, sending his senses on high alert. He scanned the room, his attention locking on a woman staring out the floor-to-ceiling window. Long blonde hair twisted into a knot with a pencil stuck through. The collar of her white shirt was worn, but the garment was pressed and clean. Black skirt that hugged an amazing ass and killer legs. Her pulse was rapid, agitated. There was a slight waver to her breath. He listened, far too intrigued. He closed his eyes, reining in the purely primal response she stirred. The silver chain he wore beneath his dress shirt felt hot and heavy, the instincts he fought against daily rising in challenge. His wolf was waiting, demanding to know who she was. But deep inside, Finn wasn't sure he liked the answer. "Close the door, please." Finnegan Dean's voice was low, warm but hardly comforting. She swallowed, hoping he couldn't see how completely rattled she was by this abrupt summons. "Ms. Talbot?"